My Hero Academia chapter 385 is most likely almost here, and I think in this chapter we're gonna have a brief focus on Deku vs Shigaraki from the perspective of people watching all over the world. And I say that because that's exactly where we left off last chapter, with a view of people all over the world from all different sections of My Hero Academia, including several movie characters, watching Deku during his battle with Shigaraki. And we have cut away from that battle to see what's going on with All For One, but I really feel like right now would be a good transition point to cut back over to what exactly is going on with Shigaraki and Deku, especially because we haven't seen Shigaraki himself really fight Deku for all that long, considering before it was more so the All For One persona fighting Deku. One thing that I did find very interesting in the last chapter of My Hero Academia that I don't know if anyone else noticed is that during the double spread page where we see a bunch of people watching Deku's battle against Shigaraki, there's actually one panel specifically blocked out by a speech bubble in chapter 384. And what are the odds that this could lead to the reveal of Deku's father watching, since of course if everyone on the world is watching Deku vs Shigaraki, Hisashi Midoriya, if he is out there, is also likely watching that as well. So maybe that blocked panel could be a hint towards that. However, this could also be someone in Japan watching due to the rain that you can sort of make out behind them, considering the harsh storm currently taking place over My Hero Academia's Japan. Another thing I think we could potentially see in this chapter is All For One de-aging significantly again as a result of all the attacks that he's faced over the last few chapters. Last chapter ended off with everyone kind of getting a big combo attack in on All For One, and All For One kind of quieted down halfway through the chapter and stopped really speaking. It seems like he's more so just doing a lot of thinking and getting really cold and analytical, and I do think we are going to see that battlefield rebound at some point, because I don't believe that All For One is going to be taken out on this battlefield, and still think that the younger he gets, the more dangerous and possibly deranged he'll be, considering he'll be getting more and more desperate. I, for one, am already ready with the Boss Baby memes, but we still have All For One's college and high school years to go through, so who knows at what point the Demon Lord might turn the tide of battle and finally make his way over to Shigaraki. And again, we still really have no idea what it is that he even wants of Shigaraki. We just know for some reason he told Hawks his plan and let him know, hey, I do have to get over there and do something to Shigaraki that's really important, so get out of my way. Horikoshi though could surprise us and go in a completely different direction this chapter, continuing the events of Ochako versus Toga, and we'd finally start to see the beginnings of Toga reaching out to be saved and trying to figure out what side she actually wants to be on. And I believe that because I feel like Toga just watched Makia himself change sides in this battle, proving that it's never too late to do something heroic and help out the heroes, as even the heroes are reaching their hands out to the other enemies who've done terrible things like Makia. Makia, if you remember, ran through multiple different cities and caused so much destruction and pretty much is responsible for things being the way that they are because everything was destroyed and so many heroes quit because of him. But even still in this situation, if it means taking down All For One, if it means taking down the villains who uncompromisingly will not stop their evil, they'll even team up with him. So maybe Toga will see that and think, okay, it's clearly not too late for me to switch sides. What if I just do that? And if Toga changes teams and puts her full heart into what she's doing, I wonder if she could overcome the weakness that she currently has with Twice's clones and start making clones of heroes like Ochako to swarm the battlefield with rubble and float touches. Going back to all the All For One stuff going on though, I think very soon, if not in this chapter, we can expect to see All For One and Gigantomachia's backstory, likely from All For One's perspective, because there still is a lot that we don't know about this character, and if he is going to continue to rewind through different ages as the series reaches this conclusion, then I do think it's definitely likely that we are going to see from his perspective at least how it was that he grew up and became this kind of person, because apparently he wasn't always this way. I also think seeing the story from All For One's perspective or getting some sort of backstory from him could also lead up to his memory of the All Might fight, which we still haven't seen this late in the series. This also parallels well with the theory that All Might is rejoining the fight somehow with that strange suitcase that he has, and we still haven't seen where he is or what he's doing, as Horikoshi does all this other stuff to make us forget about that little mystery. And all these predictions are definitely possible, but at the same time they're really not, because we could just get no chapter at all. Horikoshi desperately needs a break. Other mangaka have gotten 3-month breaks and even 1-month breaks for their final arcs, and we have other mangaka still, like Yusuke Murata, even having to tweet out that he hopes Horikoshi takes it easy and doesn't overwork himself, making it obvious to everyone but apparently Shonen Jump that the man needs some rest and should be given an extended break, because there's truly truly no rush to finish this long established series. More details on the next chapter of My Hero Academia chapter 385 should be available either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, so check back on the channel then for a video discussing all of that and more. And if you're looking for something else to do, go watch this video where I created quirk awakenings for different characters in My Hero Academia, or this video here where I take Vigilante Deku and have him fight the entire cast of One Punch Man to prove that he could definitely solo the universe.